From Dreadnought to Icon, the USS Texas, a living history. Chapter 1. A personal farewell and a looming uncertainty. For many of us who grew up in the shadow of the San Jacinto Monument, the battleship Texas wasn't just a museum ship. She was a familiar landmark, a silent giant steeped in history. I have countless memories wandering her decks as a little girl, imagining the lives of the sailors who served aboard her. However, my most vivid memory of the battleship Texas came on July 3rd, 2019. Knowing that she was about to close to the public on August 26th of that year for a major repair project with an uncertain future hanging in the balance, let's be honest, there were real concerns about whether she could even be saved or not. I wanted to take the time to share that experience with my then 8-year-old daughter, Junior. It was a bittersweet visit. For Junior, it was a day of wide-eyed discovery, exploring the massive guns and the tight corridors of a real battleship. For me, it was a poignant moment, a potential farewell to an old friend, unsure if I would ever walk her decks again. Little did we know the incredible journey of restoration that lay ahead, a testament to the enduring legacy of this remarkable vessel. Chapter 2. The Dawn of a Titan, Commissioning in Early Years. To truly understand why that potential loss resonated so deeply with so many, including myself, we need to journey back to the beginning. Imagine a world on the cusp of immense global upheaval, the rumble of industry echoing across nations, and the very definition of naval power undergoing a dramatic transformation. It was in this era, on March 12, 1914, that a titan of steel and might slid into the waters of the James River in Newport News, Virginia. She was the USS Texas BB-35, and her commissioning marked not just the addition of another battleship to the United States Navy, but the arrival of a legend in the making. When the USS Texas joined the fleet, she wasn't just any warship. She was a dreadnought, a name synonymous with ultimate naval dominance. These floating fortresses, characterized by their all-big gun armament, represented the pinnacle of naval technology. And the Texas, upon her commissioning, was arguably the most powerful weapon in the world. A complex marvel of American industrial prowess as the nation began to assert itself on the global stage. Her early years saw her navigating the complexities of a world teetering on the brink of the First World War, actively involved in maintaining American interest and conducting training exercises. Chapter 3. Into the Great War. Service in the North Atlantic. When America finally entered the Great War in 1917, the Texas was ready. She joined the British Grand Fleet in the North Sea, a tangible symbol of American commitment to the Allied cause. Though she didn't engage in major fleet battles, her presence was a significant contribution, bolstering the Allied naval strength and participating in vital convoy escort duties, protecting crucial supply lines across the Atlantic from German U-boat threats. Chapter 4. A Pioneer of Innovation, the Interwar Years. The interwar years saw the Texas continue her service, not just as a powerful deterrent, but also as a platform for innovation. She became the first U.S. battleship to mount anti-aircraft guns, a critical adaptation recognizing the growing threat from the skies. She was also the first to control gunfire with sophisticated directors and range keepers, dramatically increasing her accuracy. Even an early form of naval aviation found its place on her decks, as she became the first U.S. battleship to launch an aircraft, a testament to the rapid technological advancements of the era. Chapter 5: World War II. Across the Atlantic and on to Normandy. As the clouds of another, even greater conflict gathered in the late 1930s, the USS Texas stood as a seasoned veteran, ready to answer the call once more. When the United States formally entered World War II after the attack on Pearl Harbor, the Texas was immediately thrust into the thick of the action. She escorted vital war convoys across the perilous Atlantic, braving the U-boat wolf packs that threatened to sever Allied supply lines. Then came the pivotal moment in June 1944, the invasion of Normandy. There, off the blood-soaked beaches of France, the guns of the USS Texas roared once again, this time in support of the Allied landings. Her massive 14-inch guns rained down fire upon German coastal defenses, providing crucial cover for the troops storming ashore. She participated in the bombardment of Cherbourg, silencing enemy batteries and playing a vital role in securing the Allied foothold in Western Europe. Chapter 6: Pacific Theater and Technological Firsts. Her service in the European theater wasn't over. In August 1944, the Texas participated in the invasion of southern France, further demonstrating her versatility and firepower. But her wartime journey wasn't confined to the Atlantic. In 1944, she was transferred to the Pacific Theater, joining the massive U.S. fleet engaged in the island-hopping campaign against Japan. In the Pacific, the Texas continued her relentless service, providing crucial fire support for the bloody battles of Iwo Jima and Okinawa. Her guns once again played a decisive role, softening enemy defenses and supporting the advancing Marines. As the war drew to a close, the Texas had the somber duty of carrying prisoners of war and the joyous task of bringing troops home. Beyond her distinguished combat record, the USS Texas accumulated a remarkable list of technological firsts, solidifying her place as a truly groundbreaking warship. Chapter 7: Facing the Inevitable, Retirement and Looming Threat. But the end of the war brought a new chapter, one that could have seen this magnificent vessel relegated to history in the most unceremonious way. In 1948, the USS Texas was retired to Baltimore, and the unthinkable was proposed. She was scheduled to be used as a bombing target. Yeah, you heard me right. The very ship that had weathered the storms of 2 world wars, that had stood against enemy fire on the beaches of Normandy and the islands of the Pacific, was facing a final destructive end. Chapter 8: A Texas-Sized Salvation, a statewide affair. However, the spirit of Texas, the state she was named after, rose to the occasion. A statewide fund drive was launched by passionate citizens who recognized the profound historical significance of this last surviving World War I-era dreadnought, the first U.S. battleship to become a permanent museum ship, and the first battleship declared a U.S. National Historic Landmark. Their efforts were successful. Instead of becoming a target, the battleship Texas was saved. In a fitting tribute, on San Jacinto Day, April 21, 1948, the battleship Texas was decommissioned and proudly presented to the state of Texas. She found her resting place in the waters of the Port of Houston, just across from the hallowed grounds of the San Jacinto battlefield. Chapter 9: A Museum Through Time. Decades in Houston. For decades, the battleship Texas served as a beloved museum ship, welcoming countless visitors who could walk her decks, imagine the lives of the sailors who served aboard her, and connect with a tangible piece of American and world history. For my daughter Junior and for so many others who grew up in the area, visits to the Texas were formative experiences. But the relentless forces of nature, the salty air of the Gulf Coast, and the gradual effects of aging began to take their toll. The need for significant maintenance and preservation became increasingly apparent, leading to that uncertain closure in August of 2019. Chapter 10. A New Chapter of Hope. Restoration in Galveston. Thankfully, the story didn't end with that closure. Back in 2007, the citizens of Texas once again demonstrated their commitment to this historic vessel, approving bond legislation for her restoration, augmented by ongoing private donations. The Battleship Texas Foundation, formed in 1998, has become the leading advocate for the ship's preservation and development. In 2020, the foundation took over the operational lead, working in close partnership with the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department. Their tireless efforts have brought us to today, May 28, 2025, where the Battleship Texas is undergoing a major multi-million-dollar hull restoration project in Galveston, a crucial undertaking to ensure her structural integrity for future generations. Skilled workers are meticulously rebuilding her steel hull, repairing her decks, and addressing other critical needs. The process is complex and time-consuming, but the vision is clear: to return the Texas to the water, with Galveston slated to be her new permanent home. The Battleship Texas Foundation is actively developing new touring opportunities, ensuring that when she reopens, the visitor experience will be even more engaging and informative. The story of the Battleship Texas is far from over. It's a continuing saga of dedication, preservation, and the enduring power of history. This last surviving dreadnought, a veteran of 2 world wars and a pioneer of naval technology, is being given a new lease on life, ensuring that she doesn't become another deadboat. Then her salty tales and her powerful presence will continue to inspire and educate for generations to come, hopefully allowing for many more memorable visits with Junior and countless others. Well, history buffs, next week we will be starting our month of maritime mysteries, which should be very interesting. But I can't tell you how much I have truly enjoyed sharing a few of the stories from our local history with you. Hopefully, you enjoyed hearing the stories half as much as I enjoyed telling them. If you did enjoy the stories, do me a favor and please hit that like button down below. And maybe consider sharing this video with someone who you think might enjoy the story just as much. I really do appreciate you taking the time to do that, because it helps our channel grow, and it helps other history enthusiasts find us and hear our stories. Until next week, keep those historical curiosities burning brightly. And as always, be good to each other.